Hi everyone, I'm Whitney Eaton, and I just want to ask you a question. Who are your heroes? Why are they your heroes? What makes them more admirable than anyone else to you? Everyone has different ideas as to what makes someone a hero, or a specific reason as to why they look up to someone. I want you to really think about what it is that makes someone your hero. Now I'm going to let you know what makes someone a hero to me, who my heroes are, and why they're my heroes. Just like anyone else, I have things that are important to me regarding what makes someone a hero. There are certain traits that I think set someone apart from everyone else, like courage. That doesn't mean that they have superhuman strength or can fight off a deadly creature. To me, it just means that they have the ability to face difficult situations or be brave in the face of danger. Perseverance. This and courage go hand in hand, but are still two different and equally important traits to me. Someone who perseveres doesn't give up, even when things seem too difficult. They fight even though the outcome may be unfavorable. And finally, selflessness. This is someone who puts others before themselves. They have no regard for money, fame, or recognition. Instead, they do what they know is right because it's the right thing to do, not because they think it'll benefit them in the long run. Not everyone looks for the same traits in a hero, and it can be difficult to find them all in one. However, I know a couple people who I definitely consider my heroes. The people who I think are my heroes are very near and dear to my heart and mean a lot to me for many reasons, but mainly it's because they're my parents. My mom has always been someone that I looked up to and admired, but only recently, when I became a single mom with a full-time job in the Air Force, did I realize just how much she had sacrificed. She was in the Air Force my entire childhood and was a single mom for most of it. She never complained or lost sight of what was important to her. When she was in her early 30s, she was diagnosed with cervical cancer and had to have surgery. Not once did I ever hear her be negative. She remained positive and always made sure that my sister and I knew that she loved us and that she wasn't going anywhere without a fight. She ended up being fine, but her bravery still amazes me today. Then there's my dad. Although my parents were divorced when I was young, I always remained a big daddy's girl. My father and I always had kind of a rocky relationship, but as I got older, we started to reconcile. And then, about a year and a half ago, he was diagnosed with signet ring cell adenocarcinoma, an extremely rare and aggressive type of lymph node cancer. From the moment he was diagnosed, he remained positive. He always said that he was fine, and he never really showed that he was overly concerned or in pain, so I always figured he was alright. He always made sure that my sister and I never worried about him. He fought like crazy, but he did eventually lose his battle on March 12th of this year. Although I know now that he was extremely sick the entire time, he's my hero because he never once gave up hope. And last but certainly not least, my stepdad. Even though he came into my life when I was already a teenager, he still had his work cut out for him. I was very resentful of him for about the first year or so, because I was so used to having my mom all to myself, and here he was taking her away from me. Who did he think he was, right? Well, after I made his life a living hell for about 12 months, I felt like he was pretty good and broken in. I realized he was a pretty okay guy. Alright, that's a lie. He's pretty amazing. He treated me like I was his own, and he never once questioned why. Well, at least not while I was around. Ever since then, he's been there for me no matter what. What more of an explanation do you need, right? Well, I think I've given you some pretty good reasons, but I really want to make sure you understand. My mom never gave up on anything. She gave her best no matter what the situation. She loved my sister and I unconditionally and always put our needs before hers. My dad may have lost his battle with cancer, but he never actually quit. Even at the end, he was so much more concerned about everyone else that he never showed how much pain he was in. Finally, my stepdad. He never had to support me and my mom the way he did, and he loved us unequivocally through all the difficulty. And he accepted my mom and her difficult teenager. Thank God. Even though courage, perseverance, and selflessness aren't necessarily superpowers to everyone, they're very important to me. They may only be mom, dad, and stepdad to anyone else, but to me, they're superheroes. They've always supported me, accepted me, and given me strength that I never knew was possible to have. So I ask you again, who are your heroes, and why are they your heroes? It doesn't have to be for the same reasons, and it doesn't have to be your parents. It's just nice to have that someone that you can look up to when you need that little extra push to get you through. Thank you.